And forgiving is never for them, it's for myself. Because if they were able to do something like that to me now, they are hurting even deeper inside. There's even more things that are wrong with them than I could ever even imagine for me to try to do something wrong to them. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to Colorless Oranges, where I share my experiences to help better yours. I'm your host, Sydney Hyatt, and today we are talking Vindictive. Yes, if you can hear the air in the back, I am so sorry, but it is 24 degrees outside. It's a bit chilly. What's going on with that weather, man? I'm sorry. I know that we are not small talk kind of people. We like the real stuff, the real nitty gritty. How do I overcome my fears? How do I let go of my limitations? How do I become bigger than what I thought I could be? How do I overcome hurdles? And I'll tell you, this is not by being vindictive, okay? Listen up, y'all. I had this crazy experience this week that really put a lot of things into perspective for me. It was so insane. It was like my life flashed before my eyes. Like I had so many scenarios just like boom, all that just it hit my head. Okay. I was involved in something that was really not in the norm for me, that led me to having to meet up with someone from my past. I'm hanging out with this longtime friend. We start talking. I start asking questions because that's what I do. I'm a very inquisitive person. And I'm asking questions like, why have you kept this friendship for so long? Come to find out, that person, without saying too much, I realized they were trying to get back at me for doing something to them like 12 years ago. This is basically to show whatever we do does catch up back to us. But I'm on the different side of vindictiveness. I believe that it should be towards a completely different thing. I don't feel like we should take it in our hands. I don't feel like you should purposely go out of your way and be a vindictive person. I think that the world deals with things on their own, and certain situations become inevitable for those people who have done you wrong, and so that should be enough for you to understand that you don't have to do anything towards those people. I like to give the definition to everything. So vindictive means having or showing a strong or unreasoning desire for revenge. I feel that a lot of people become so hurt, and that part of their hurt becomes their entire identity. And so everything that they do after is about that specific pain that they were, that happened to them, right? So when we have, let's say, abandonment issues, your parent didn't pick you up or something, or you were left alone. Obviously, that's what abandonment means, but everything that we do after that is to try to fix that and heal that and make that trauma correct. So for this person, basically their trauma with me was that I lied to them, and I basically inflated a situation. I made a situation seem like it was something that it wasn't. No, I didn't lie per se, but I just didn't give all of the details that were not of anyone's business at the time. You know what I mean? This person then stood as my friend. We would hang out. I even threw them a surprise birthday party. Hung out with them, ate dinners. They know my parents. They know my siblings, all of them. I've known this person many years. And they've just been sitting down plotting against me this entire time. And it hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I really wanted to cry. I really wanted to shed a tear for this situation. I couldn't believe my eyes. As it was happening, I was like, oh, so you were doing all of this to get your lick back. You were doing all of this just so that you can say that, oh, you did it. I couldn't see people like that because I am not that way. I don't understand why someone would waste so much of their time and like mental capacity in trying to do something back to somebody else. What I see in vindictive people is that until they overcome that problem, right? So until that person came back at me and did something towards me, they were never going to move on with their life. It's like every villain that we see in the movie that just sits in the background and is just plotting, and like that other person is just living their life and that one is just sitting there. They don't have any new experiences. All they have is just sitting there and going through the same process over and over and over. How am I going to get back at this person? I'm going to make sure this person feels that pain. Oh, I'm always going to remember it. And they don't even have a day-to-day. They don't have anything new. They just keep living in the same cycle. Part of your brain power is being taken up by the idea and what it is that you want to do against that person. I wish you guys could see the scenery that I see right now. It's so beautiful. The sky is purple. I don't know. I just think that that's so sad. I think that's the saddest thing possible, that you could just sit there and think like, oh, whenever I get the opportunity, I'm just going to harm this person. I'm going to make them feel exactly how I felt. It comes from experience. It comes from understanding the way that the universe works. Someone does something mean to you, you don't have to do anything to them. Life will handle it. You're basically giving yourself, like, you give yourself more faith and credit than what you would give the universe, which is crazy because the universe will make it 10 times bigger than whatever you thought that you were going to do. So if you thought that like you were going to slash your ex-boyfriend's tires, the universe was going to take away his job and you just slashed his tires. Like, oh my God, big deal. But the universe was like, yeah, he's not going to work anymore. He doesn't know how to handle his job. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there are bigger and better ways to get this done versus however you think that you're going to do it. I don't ever try to take it into my own hands and try to solve those things anymore because I've realized that. I've seen that I didn't have to do anything for my enemies to fall. I didn't have to do anything for the haters that I got for them to fall or for them to go through anything. And clearly, if they are going through something, they are already hurt. You understand? Like, nobody that has a nice, calm, loving heart, pure heart is going to do anything mean to you. Why? Because they have a good life. They see good things around them. They don't have the necessity to do that. So if someone is coming to hurt you, they're already hurt, right? Obviously, hurt people. So when you look at it like, okay, this person wants to harm me, just think about the fact that they are hurt themselves. They feel harmed themselves. Which, I get it. I get all of that. It still doesn't take away the fact that I was flabbergasted. I was hurt. I was angry. I was very like... And this person kind of didn't understand that I had put it together. But they did. They saw it. And like, I just walked away in silence. And that person hasn't heard of me ever since that moment. And they will not hear of me. Moving forward, that person will not hear from me. And when I say that, I mean that. There's people that I do not talk to. And I will not ever reach out. No matter how much I miss the connection or whatever, you will not hear from me. Now, after that happened, I just started speaking about it, right? I started speaking about it with my confidant. I love you, Jen. And G too. Jen G. I then started putting all the pieces together. Let's talk about the fact that every single person that I do not talk to till this day has been vindictive towards me. It's so crazy because I realize that that's the one thing that you can do to me that will make me literally not talk to you. I don't know if there's anything else in this world that will really push me out of somebody's life. Like lying, manipulation, like those kinds of things, those like, you know, to me are like the root of all evil. And I feel like those type of people are evil and I don't want to associate myself with evil people. I realized I don't talk to all of those people and they have done something vindictive towards me. They have held their mouth quiet, waited for their moment, and tried to snap. And they tried to hurt me in a way that they didn't succeed. Because whatever they were trying to do doesn't faze me. Like, only the universe would know what to do to me that would hurt me. You understand? And those things aren't the things that those people are doing because they just don't have the power to. So they couldn't hurt me, but I just saw their intentions. I saw what they were doing. And so I removed myself because at the end of the day, I don't want to be around somebody that even tried to, right? That's like if you try to steal from me and I catch you and you're like, oh, no, sorry. And you try to give it back to me. No, wait, I already saw you're a thief. Just because you got caught. Now you want to tell me, no, I'm good. We're good. You and I are so good. And I was just like, why is it that all of these people have been around me? What the hell kind of energy was I giving to people for them to be looking towards me to like, yeah, let's do something to Sydney? Why? Someone brought a good point to me. They said maybe you need to see this kind of trait in people. Because I just don't. Like, I don't know if I'm naive or what, but I don't see that at all. Because I'm just not that way. Like, you do something towards me, it's either I'm going to react and let you know at that very moment, or I'm going to internalize it and figure out how to not allow that to happen to me again. That's it. I'm not going to try to come back and hurt you. No. What is that? What am I wasting my time for? The time and energy that I'm going to sit here and I'm going to sit and plot is all this time and energy that I could be filming my podcast, going to school, like hanging out, eating, doing something productive with my life, enjoying my life, being here right now in the present, right now with my life. Why the hell am I going to think about the future and what am I going to do to you because you did something to me in the past? What kind of sense does that even make? Seriously, I don't get it. It's disgusting behavior. It's evil, devilish, disgusting, dark behavior that I don't wish on nobody. And I wish that people would heal from that because that's just horrible and it's disgusting. No one should be that way. And I don't care. Oh, don't talk about shit, whatever. Like, we don't need to know the bad all the time to understand the good. Okay? Like, it's fine to understand, know about it as a concept, but not have it done to you. You don't understand, like, when someone breaks your loyalty, that can ultimately skew with your mind. Like, you can start thinking everybody is like this towards you. And you would think with the amount of times that this has happened to me and with the types of people that it's happened to me with, I would like have lost all hope and faith in people. I truly haven't. I'm not more reserved or anything. I just don't talk to those people. Right? Like, I leave those as experiences with those people solely. I don't continue on with those ideas of those type of people and keep moving. Now, have I met enough of a specific sign, like, you know, Leos to understand Leos? Sure. Have I met enough Geminis to understand a little bit about Gemini? Sure. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to sit and say that every single person that is like, you know, whatever, X, Y, and Z is going to be this way towards me. I don't want to be that way. I don't want to lose my faith in humanity and in everyone. I did do a poll on my Instagram. Shout out to you if you were on the poll. You selected something on the poll. And I asked people, how did they feel about vindictive people? I wanted to get a little crowdsourcing. I wanted to understand everybody's ideas a little bit better. And 52% of the people said it's too much energy and it's not worth it. Shout out to y'all, because y'all are my type of people. 33% of people said sometimes it's necessary. Those are the people that scare me. And those are the people that I stay away from. Now, I originally put this as an option because I had it in mind that if you believe that sometimes you have to get back at somebody, sometimes if you have to cause revenge on someone, if you thought that way, then you are more likely to do that. So that's why I don't respect those kind of people. Now, when I brought this up to my mom, she said that no, well, maybe some people have thought about it in a way like, some people have thought about it like maybe you need to see people be vindictive towards you to understand it. And I disagree. I don't think anybody saw it that way. I think her mind is very But maybe other people did. I don't know. I don't agree with it though, but that's what she said. So that's maybe how other people thought of it. I don't think that. I think that if you really sat there and said sometimes it's necessary, that if somebody were to hurt you, you were going to hurt them back. And I don't respect that. That's just my opinion. Someone said 7% of the people said, I'm that person, stay on my good side. That was one of the options. That's actually very scary as well. You just outright admit that you are a vindictive kind of person. Like, I don't. And then 7% of the people said they should all go to hell. That was also another option that I put. They should go to hell. I do too. But, sometimes we can learn from our mistakes and we can become better people. Because sometimes we don't understand the implications of our actions. Like, I didn't understand what I was doing was going to hurt this person to the extent of them waiting 10, almost 12 years to come and hurt me back. I didn't think that. I didn't think whatever little minor little kid girl thing that I was doing back then was going to hurt somebody to their core enough to be holding that pain and plotting against me. I didn't know that. I didn't know the capacity of my power. I didn't know this. I truly think that it comes with experience and understanding something like this, that our actions do have consequences. I just never thought it was like by the hand of somebody. I thought that I already had my karma by dealing with the kind of people that I've dealt with already for the last couple of years, I don't know. It just hurt. I didn't expect that from someone, but it is what it is. We move on and we try not to do those things to people anymore. We try to be as good as we can to a certain extent. It's crazy too, because no matter what, I feel like the people that are sitting and plotting, they never move forward in life. I realized that they're always going to be in the same place that you left them. The same way that I met that person is the same way that person is today. There is no growth. Why? Because that person is still stuck in that moment of the times that that person was hurt. Like, you're really not moving. You're stuck. And that sucks for you. And I'm sorry. And I hope that you can get out of it. But you could move on. Stop being in your own way. Literally learn how to let go. Now, I have a thing of not knowing how to let go to a certain extent. It's clearly not as deep as not knowing how to let go to my own detriment. Like, it's not that bad. I mean, that's actually really bad to say. I take that back. Redact. What I mean to say is, I also need to learn how to let go. Obviously, I can see everybody else's issues and I know exactly what to say and what people should be doing. But when it comes to myself, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I've been trying to practice that anytime a thought or something comes up that tries to force me to control a situation, I say, not here, not now, let go. That's something that's been helping me, because I do have an idea. For example, even right now, looking for a place to film, right? Because I can't film at home. There's always too many people there, and it stopped me from filming for a long time. So I decided I wasn't going to let it stop me anymore, and I was just going to film inside of the car, because I have the car and I can go. Sometimes I don't have the car, and sometimes I then have to wait, and that's even more annoying. But choosing to be in the car now, I like for the background to look as nice as possible. Knowing that there might be a place in this area that might be exactly what I'm looking for, I will never stop looking. I keep hunting and hunting and hunting and hunting until I find what I believe is perfect. If I can't find what's perfect, I kind of just make do with what I have. But the next time I'll try again for it to be perfect. That is hard when, I don't have control. There is no map. As much as I would love there to be a map or someone that I could ask, like, hey, do you filter it out? Like, do you know a place where I can show the background of the sky and it be secluded enough that it's just me there and it doesn't work that way. It really doesn't. I don't have control over that, and I just can't. But part of me feels like I do have control over it. And so I keep on going. That's where I need to let go. Like, if this is what I have, just make do with what I have. But I'm not really in the business of doing something halfway there. Okay. I try my hardest to make sure things are complete and to my liking. It's difficult to just say okay and surrender. But, I think just trying the best that I can, that idea is really hard, because the best that I can is 10 times better than what I do. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, wait a minute. Let's find a new type of tone to speak to ourselves. Let's find a different word that we could say to ourselves that is understanding of where we are right now, what kind of things we can do. If I am only exposed to this area, make do with this area. If it is in my best interest, I will find another area someday, some way, some other how. And it's not going to be by me stressing myself and putting it out there in the world like, I need this now. It doesn't work that way. I always feel that I can do better, and that whatever situation it is, I can overcome. And that's amazing, because it takes me out of a lot of situations where, it would be sent to like knock me down and I wouldn't be good or feeling well inside. I'd be sick. But there's a double-edged sword, okay? There's another side to it. And that side tells you you're never doing enough and you could be better. And it's like, when do you ever stop and smell the roses and see how far you've got? Like, when do you pat yourself on the back and just say, like, I did this. I'm here right now, and this is the moment that I'm in. It's like I was explaining how, when you're serving jail time, for example, you could either do your entire bid miserably, hating it, wishing you had done things differently, going over all of the faults and every single thing that ever happened, and trying to correct all of those things, living in the past. Or you can live in that day, each day, up until your bid is over, happy and enjoying whatever you can at that time. I do wish that a lot of things were different. I wish that I was at a different space. I wish I was different. I wish things were different. But I'm no longer allowing the ideas of it being better right now in this moment take away this moment for me. Take away the fact that I actually made something physical that my brain came up with. I am no longer going to allow those ideas of tomorrow and how things should look and what I expect and all the things that I want to take away the fact that I have more time now with my family. I can see them all the time. I can spend as much time as I want with them. They're there. We're all together. Not many people have that courtesy, that blessing. It's a blessing to me in my eyes. I do enjoy, just knowing the day-to-day, the things that happen with my family. You might call it controlling or whatever, but it's just something that I enjoy. I love spending time with them. I love being with, those are my favorite people. I've made it through school. Like, I hit a really big hurdle. I wasn't able to go to school for a long time, and I made it through it, and I'm getting through it. And although I wish I had a nice little study, I'm not going to take away the fact that I have a really cool desk with a really nice computer. I have a really good job that I can study in a nice little conference room. I can do those things. I'm happy about it. I'm not going to take away the good parts anymore by wishing that they could be better and knowing that they could be better. Like, it's a good thing and a bad thing again. Like, I know it's amazing that I can see the possibilities of something, but it does hinder us. It hinders me. It keeps me thinking like, oh, I'm going to keep doing this. And then when I get this, I'm going to do this. And like, no, babe. I've been stuck with outfits this week, right? Thinking about, oh, when I get my check, I'm going to buy these shoes, some tabbies. I've been wanting these tabbies for a long time. And every time I'm just like, I don't really want them. And then I really want them at one point. Like, there's a time that I really want them. And it's when I can't buy them. And I'm like, oh, when I can, I'm going to do it. And then when the time comes, I'm just like, I don't know if it's that necessary. And so what that has done to me is every single time that I go to want to wear an outfit, I don't want to wear anything because I just want to wear that one outfit that I've already put in my brain. And it's like, well, that outfit that I want to wear in my brain, I don't wear it because sometimes either the occasion is not right for it or I don't have the full outfit. And that hinders me. It keeps me wearing something that I don't even care about. Like, I was just like, you know what? I can't wear anything. Let me wear a sweater that I bought 10 years ago. Everything is like 10 years ago, for real. And yeah, make do with that. Because I don't have exactly the thing that I want. So whatever. Yeah, it's a process. It's something that I'm trying to learn how to overcome. And it's a thing that I have to do presently. Like every single moment that it comes, like, oh, well, no, wait, I can do this. No, this is what you have right now. Sure, it would be nice, but it's not. And deal with what is here. And that's it. I need to learn how to let go of the possibilities. Another part of vindictiveness that I wanted to talk about was there is a part of people that have gone through something like that, right? Like some sort of trauma. And not to take anything away, but in the case that I'm in right now, who's to say that I am this villain that you've created me to be, right? Who's to say that I have that much power over you to make you that sad and angry, to make you wait that long, to make you think about it that hard, for you to try to come back at me? Like, who's to say that I hurt you that bad? Did you make the issue bigger than what it needed to be? I'm not saying that I didn't hurt this person. I'm not saying that people who have gone through certain things don't have the right to ensue revenge on those people. I mean, if you want to sue somebody, go ahead. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to call the police on them, go ahead. If you want justice, go ahead and get it. Because I'm all about justice. Y'all already know how I am and how I feel about certain things. About certain people doing certain things to others. I don't like that. I don't like in a bad way. I just feel like sometimes we give too much credit to the villains. Sometimes we give a trophy where it is not deserved. Because all of these years you've waited, you've held on to that pain, you've held on to that sadness, that sorrow that supposedly I caused you. I don't think I caused that, babe. I think you had that. I think in that conversation that I had with that person and that person telling me about their insecurities and the stuff that they had gone through when they were young around that time period, it kind of showed like I was just another person on top of all of that happened, you know? I think the problem really is within ourselves. It's not that this person rejected us. You know, it's the fact that we had been rejected by another figure that we saw even bigger than that person. Right? I was going through this period of like, I really like this person, right? And me and this person, I was locked in. Like, I was like, this person is going to be my person. That person and I never got together. And I always thought about that person as like, you know, what if we would have been great. You know, that person looked like exactly what I've wanted. Time passes. The person pops up again and I'm like, damn, like, what if, you know? I kind of built this person. This is the opposite side, right? To what I was just talking about the ensuing pain. This is about me giving this person a character. I kind of made this person out to be this protector, this guy that was going to not save me because like I'm not talking about like, oh, he has all this money, he's going to take, no, like it's not like that. It's more like mentally, and it was an emotional thing. I kind of saw him as someone who would be there to protect me. Because at that time, when I met him and the things that I saw and the things that I knew, whatever, I was looking for that. I was looking for some sort of protection, like physical protection. And although I was obviously much stronger than I give myself credit to at that time, but you know, the person came up again and I was like, damn, like this person, I really want this person. Like, why won't this person, you know, what's wrong? Who's to say that person was ever going to be there to protect me? You're delusional as hell. Who is to say that person is going to Be what you think that they are. Why? Because that person showed you something a couple of times, and you know, you felt safe here and there. And so now all of a sudden this is your protector. Like, girl, please. It's the same thing about this person believing that I am this crazy villain, this person that I've done something crazy to them. Like, there's a deeper thing there, okay? The deeper thing for me was that I wanted a protector. So I forced that view onto him. This person has dealt with rejection their entire life, you know? Their father did, you know, this, and their mother did that, and their siblings did this, and then their grandmother and whoever else, because there's a plethora of people. There's so many people that I could name that this person has confided in me and told me this. Whatever they think that I've done. And which is unfair. Babe, excuse me, but like, no. You know, you want to put a face to your pain, go ahead. I'm strong enough, I can withstand it. It's not like you'll ever have contact with me again. You can think about it for the rest of your life. Like, that person did me wrong. I really think like we should look inward. To the people who hold grudges, look inward. Why do you have... you don't plan on living a life? You don't plan on ever moving on with your life? You don't plan on doing anything with your life? Just by sitting there and making sure that I feel whatever you think that I'm going to... My SD card keeps stopping. I don't know why. But I don't know. I feel like there's 1,000 other things that we could be doing with our time than worrying about what someone did to you in the past. Like, whoever did something to you was going through something. Okay? Whether it be good or bad, that person was going through whatever they're going through and they did something bad to you. Learn to forgive for yourself so that you can have a good life, so that you can move on and do the things that you want to do without the thought of what somebody did to you. Because those thoughts then become limiting to us, right? If I was to sit here and hold on to the pain of all of the people that have hurt me in the past, I would not have made new friends. I would not have come into contact with an amazing friend that I have right now, because I would have thought every single person in this world is going to do me the same way that those people have done me. Honestly, it probably would have happened to me one time and I would have still been stuck on that one person that did it to me. I wouldn't be able to move on and find the amazing people that I know now. I wouldn't have made the friends that I have now if I had been sad and hurt on what those other people did to me. I think it's time that we take a little bit of accountability for ourselves and not sit as a victim to what other people have done towards us. And like, I'm not like, please do not misunderstand me when I'm talking about stuff like this, because I'm not talking about like people who have been actually like physically and, you know, mentally, like those people, it is harmful, but there is another side to it, you know. I'm talking about like, you know, in Phineas and Ferb, like what's this guy's name that just sits in the little castle, like thinking about all of Dr. Doofenshmirtz, like constantly trying to plot, and he's always losing. It's like he doesn't do anything with his life but try to make a platypus's life miserable. Why? Because he's miserable. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to, you know, diminish anybody's feelings or anything like that. I feel like I have to say that because I feel like certain people would be like, well, because, you know, actually the other day someone had posted something and they had said, oh, it takes the right kind of man to teach a woman. I was livid when I read that, you know, and then that person's response, and I went back and forth with that person, and I was like showing it to my mom, like, look, mom, look at this, look at what this person said. And she was like, yeah, you're emotional, like that person didn't say anything wrong, this isn't this and this. And then I was like, oh, you're actually right. You know, I took it in a negative way because why? Those words kind of trigger me. Hearing, oh, a man teach a woman. Okay, we are together. We can teach people together. It was giving like super masculinity from that person, and it rubbed me the wrong way. So sometimes we can take things that is not what it is intended for. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to take away your pain or anything, but I just want to let you know, like, I have been through some stuff, okay? Like, I have been through things where I feel like other people would not get over, right? And that's why it's different, right? That's why I am who I am, and that's why those people are who they are. And I know what it's like to forgive somebody that does not deserve forgiveness. But I do know what it's like to let those people be forgiven, right? I've spoken with, like, I don't know, like, there's a psychology term for it. I can't think of it right now, but there were times where I just wanted, like, please. But I've come to realize much worse things will happen. I don't have to do anything. And forgiving is never for them, it's for myself. Because if they were able to do something like that to me now, they are hurting even deeper inside. There's even more things that are wrong with them than I could ever even imagine. For me to try to do something wrong to them. Yeah, that's really like where I'm going to end this today. Because, yeah, it's actually 5:55, which is crazy. I thank you so much for spending time with me. I thank you for listening to my thoughts, listening to what I believe, giving me your feedback, liking this video, commenting, subscribing, and just watching it through. It means a lot to me. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you and you in the back soon. Dun, 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 dun. Nah, but if anybody got any tips on where I can, actually, I do kind of know where I would do it, but I don't know. Like, I don't know.